I made it.
And these barns, by the way, are new. Almost built in 2010 with a promise to my wife that we would get the cars out of the weather in the winter.
Oh,
And,
definitely.
Wow.
let's put it this way,
It's so nice.
her car's never been in here. So it somehow got used up.
This is great.
Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah. If you build it, I will fill it. And so in 2014, we built the second barn, and I was never been inside that either. But we've put it to good use, and
Wow.
literally, I thought about there's a big barn over there.
Oh, yeah.
5 stories and 70 feet wide.
I can't, like, I'm in shock. This is so great.
I always wanted to have like a compound, where you have all your family and all that.
Yeah, like in barn for us, because in case you weren't aware, see, everything I have, everything I accumulate, is something that has personality. So it's not just something.
Right.
It has, because many times you purchase items and they're inanimate. You may get even a car. A car. The year. You can look up the ID number. You can maybe do a Carfax and so on and so forth, and that makes it have a little more personality. But I've always liked to go a little further than that. So, in other words, almost everything I have has a story.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, let's check it out. Oh, man. Oh,
and I'll let you acclimate yourself for a
the
minute.
toy. I love the detail. Put the toy. What? Holy moly. Oh my God.
Somebody's got a paw that hurts, right?
270 horsepower.
YZ250.
Oh.
I was trying to show off my friend to show my videos.
That's what we're here for.
My foot slipped out my foot like underneath my
That's
bike.
cool.
Smart me wasn't wearing my boots yesterday.
Look at this.
Oh, man, pretty bad.
So I think he twisted it.
Yeah, of course he twisted his ankle. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Is it
And if
okay?
you need to sit, I always have chairs. Okay?
Johnny Carson.
That motion?
That's, you saw the series,
Oh
right?
my God, he's got the Ghostbuster.
Okay, you saw all the movies. That's referred to as the process.
I can't even like
from part
film.
2. That's the one that where they're going through time and going ahead to October 23rd. Yeah.
This thing is beauty. Oh,
You like my Shelby?
I do. My mom would freak out. That's her name.
Yeah? That's her name?
Yeah.
That's, you know what? Ryan, that's amazing, because the last 2 tours, each of them have had Shelby.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. My mom is Shelby, and she was named after a general or something like that.
Yes.
Look at this thing. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Oh, so there's a B right there. And
The flux capacitor. Oh my God. He's got something else too related to the Ghostbusters. I didn't even know. I didn't even
Airbags,
know.
huh? Wow, so this thing was moving all over.
Ghostbusters.
It's so real.
Oh my God.
Driving sim?
Look at him.
All the motion hydraulics.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty
I raised Gran Turismo with my little Logitech steering wheel, but it doesn't have all the.
Gizmos and gadgets.
Yeah, but I do pretty well. I win Nations Cup sometimes.
This is incredible.
So what you're looking at, let me give you a little bit of extra. This is the Ecto 1, of course.
Ecto 1.
And this is from the first movie, not the car from the movie. The movie company still owns it, and they just refinished it. And it's going to be used in the next movie.
Oh, with
No way.
It's going to be used in Ghostbusters 4, is it?
right, with the kid from Stranger Things.
Well, not this one. This is the one that was in the original Ghostbusters. This actually,
It's
that's
like
a good point.
an exact
It
replica.
actually was going to be used in the movie
Yeah.
3 years ago. but because it got so many delays, the person that owned it got tired of waiting, and so he put it on eBay for a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
And so eventually he got a little more reasonable,
Amazing.
and we purchased it.
Spangler.
Now,
Spangler.
This vehicle is extremely rare
I can't-
because
I
he
can't.
only made 750 of them to begin with. The 59
I know.
to 61 Cadillac.
Oh,
I
okay,
know.
right, so the car itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
So anytime you see an Ecto around, it's generally not the right year and therefore not nearly as accurate.
Right, okay.
I think I've seen
Yeah,
that
I
too.
was
I've
alive
seen
at
that,
the time, so this is all very cool.
that
And
posting. that
one of the
I-
things when we bought this, I said to my son, talk to the guy, find out how it goes down the road. And the guy said, oh, it goes down the road pretty well, and so on and so forth. What he didn't tell us was, every time he took it down the road, it was on the back of a flatbed. So, yeah, so when we took it out the first time, we rolled it off the trailer, down the road. It almost didn't stop.
Oh, no. Good grief.
Oh,
We spent the last 9 months correcting some of the things because
Yeah,
we love details.
Yeah.
So,
It's a little thing
Um,
in town.
and so all the little knickknacks like the searchlights and the sirens
yeah, it's all there. Everything.
are now all totally accurate.
That's awesome.
You're the man.
So,
Yeah, impressive.
and of course, one thing we have to do before we take it out is to take some of the accessories off the
Yeah.
top.
So
So,
those are the machine,
Does
those
it fit for
the machine slide out the back and then.
oh yeah. And then,
What is it?
You know, the
Oh,
gurney.
I didn't even notice.
The gurney's in the back.
What are those? There's a name.
The devil is in the detail.
Look at it. It's
Yeah.
even, yeah. It's,
I have a
It's
60-foot
like this.
You give me some.
so cool.
Like that, huh?
You go in there.
Oh my god. He's got the backpacks. This is amazing. It's like, yeah, it's ready. The,
It's ready to rock.
it's ready. It's ready for fun.
Yeah, and we have. We
He
met him
seems
actually.
like he'd be a fun guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I'm on the board of directors for 2 museums, and he's a big World War II history buff. So he came to the International Museum of World War II in Natick about 4 years ago. And when they were, when he had the house. Rick and Nikki, thanks for your it's a preservation of the brand.
Awesome, yeah.
And Ackroyd, otherwise
Is
known
Nikki
as-
your wife?
Nikki actually is my son's wife.
Oh, wow.
And
And it's spelled the same, too.
Yeah,
It's-
and
I've never had another
Are you and
Nikki.
Nicole?
No, I'm actually Nikki.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's a wonderful name. Actually, they've been together 15 years and married.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, is that a picture? Yeah, take a look, signed by you.
Johnny Carson was here.
How you doing over there?
I just can't. I don't even know what to say.
And so that camera also records audio? Is that recording audio?
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay.
I can stop it.
No, I want you to keep it running.
Okay.
You guys stand over here.
Yes.
You can come on over. And just to show you that we need therapy. I mean, we are into details. This is a beast that weighs almost 3 tons.
3 tons. Oh. Yes. Oh boy. Even the. Oh my. Holy.
That's awesome.
Whoa, that's amazing.
How about that?
Wow.
Where's the Stay Puft Marshmallow?
Wow. Jeez.
That'll bring it back.
Absolutely.
They
So,
had-
next to the Ecto is a very important car. In part two, when Jennifer, Chris, and Michael are going forward to October 21st, 2015, there's a lot of close-up shots.
Yeah.
Crazy taxi drivers.
This
blah,
is
blah, blah.
that one?
And this is actually not that one.
It's not that one. The
They
hydraulic.
destroyed that car. They had no use for it.
Oh, they just
And
tossed
then,
it.
2 years after they did that, they said, you know what? We should really share how we do special effects with people. So they built another one for Universal Studios. And literally, with this scene, there were 9 guys in front doing various things. This is
Holding
a
it?
gimbal rod that went
Yeah.
into that slot there.
Yeah.
They had somebody making all of the shocks down below work. They had an industrial-sized fan and a hose to simulate the wind and the water. And we've been really happy because we talked to at least 7 or 8 people who said, "Oh my God, I sat in that." That's Universal Studios in the early 90s.
I touched it. I touched
We
it.
went when we were kids and we remember going on the
I
ride.
remember that.
Yeah,
So
that's
that is
cool.
so funny.
So this was in a garage, just hanging around, and we bought it, and then we restored it. So actually, we can make the time circuits work, and now we have in those big chests in the back, we actually have pneumatic, so we can make it do it.
Do its
by,
thing.
Remote control.
That's
It's
crazy.
like recreate your own scene.
You could recreate the scene.
In that simulation at Universal, this exact vehicle, because of course this was supposed to simulate part 2 in the flying machine,
Yeah.
they had this suspended from the ceiling and they had it doing its back and forth thing. So
Yeah.
that ended up in England and we purchased it through an auction because we felt like we wanted to have it with another prop from part 2.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That's
They wanted
really-
to fly the
Yeah, so those were
streets
both
and
in the same. Yeah, make it look like it was
That's
flying.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
stuff. I love how
The detail is really, really good.
Yeah, it's amazing what they could do with just it's a big toy.
We have interacted with a couple of prop masters.
The detail is what it was. Makes
and
it
they just knock it out of the park.
the food process. The Mr. Goose,
Fusion.
Mr. Fusion.
anything else.
So, on your mother's behalf, the Shelby
Shelby,
is not just it's a Shelby
but it's
GT 500 KR, which is king of the road.
yeah, that thing
And
is
so this was, after it was produced by Ford, it was sent to Shelby out in Las Vegas, and then they do all kinds of things to it. It's 540 horsepower. Okay. Now, remember about personality? This is the first Shelby produced in 2008. which
Yeah,
was
it-
the 40th anniversary of the KR.
Yeah.
And it was given to Carroll Shelby, the race car driver, by the president of Ford as a gift. So we have
KR.
pictures of him with the car, all the details and so on. and so
There's
on.
his signature.
And when we purchased it
Wow.
in 2019, it was 2000.
I just want that
50 miles.
or that.
Oh, not even broken in. Not even close.
It is a monster.
Yeah, I'd be scared to even drive it.
Well, you touch the gas. You really have to
Touch,
You're used
yeah.
to driving a regular car,
Just
and then you drive this one, and you hit the gas, and it goes tweet.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So then you look down. We took it to an ice cream on Mother's Day. We went out for a ride. We actually had the great grandchildren in the back.
Nice.
Anybody's ever sat in the back. We went to an ice cream stand, and my wife said to me, "You're doing 85," and I said, "I am."
I'm doing 85.
It's not my fault. It's
You
the car.
almost to 88 miles an hour.
And I only have it in fourth gear, so now it has 600 miles on it. So
600.
so we
Brand new.
it's the old, take it out on Sunday to go to church type of thing.
Yeah.
So, but every car that we have, with the exception of the process car, is and one or two others you'll see, are registered, insured, running, and it's fun to go to like a cruising night.
Right,
And-
show up.
Yeah, and enjoy. See
You
that?
show up to a car show with this, or even that, you're
Well, yeah, we went last Sunday and went to get the ice cream, and it was very busy. And I had to park it on a dirt parking lot.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So, and very crowded, so about every 5 minutes I'm looking over to see the car.
Yeah, please don't touch the car.
No rocks and.
Back and there were two old people sitting in their car eating their ice cream, and they said, I don't know if this car, but everybody stopped and looked at it.
Yeah, everybody's gonna stop for this thing.
So it was a wonderful experience, and I'm a retired school teacher. So every vehicle I have that I take out, I'm very much into educating and entertaining. So every car has a signboard,
Yeah.
and I take it with me, put it out with the car, so that people
It's up
don't
to
go
date.
by and say, "What kind of car is a Shelby?" I don't
Yeah.
know. You know?
God.
And so, very simple to do. You supply some key points, and people can enjoy it. You know, they
Absolutely.
understand it, and so on and so forth. And then over here is my babe. This is my
Yeah, this-
1958 Corvette
This
Yeah.
Corvette.
that I've owned for 40 years.
Oh, wow.
And when I got it, it didn't look like
I
that.
bet.
There are pictures of the back.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But that's what it looked like when I drove it home, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at the restoration, full restoration.
So, I love the color.
Yeah, it's a
Very
one-year color.
different color.
Yeah, it's
Oh, 1 year?
Yeah, well, Signet.
This car's base sticker price was $3,591.
I was telling somebody yesterday, it was a 72 Buick Skylark.
Oh, I know.
So it was bright orange, and it was a year one color, and it was expensive when we were trying to repaint it. And
Okay.
I was only 16 driving this muscle car.
So Keith,
It was awesome.
when this car came out,
People look
it was
and
$4
go,
grand.
"Ah!"
Yeah, I know.
Crazy
It's worth now.
crazy teenager.
Yeah.
And
I can't believe how cheap that car was when it came out.
What's that?
How cheap it was when it came out.
Well, you gotta put it in perspective, Ryan. In
Yeah.
$1958, it was $4,300 with the accessories.
Right.
Was a lot of money.
Was a lot.
A lot of money back
Con-
then. Yeah.
Right.
And they were hoping to make 10,000 Corvettes that year, but there was a little bit of a recession, so they made 9,100.
9,100.
And yeah, and so when I bought this, it was 1981, and literally had been sitting for 12 years. The guy said, "Doesn't run, so the engine's frozen," and it had the original motor in it. So
Oh, that's nice.
within a half an hour after I did the deal, we had it running.
Oh yeah, you got it running right.
Seal the deal.
Sealed the deal first.
There you go.
And then I had to drive it from Connecticut. I had a repair plate on it. And
Oh.
My buddy had all the parts and things the guy had put together in a pickup truck. And
Followed you
I'm
home.
coming down the Mass Pike, long tires, long wheel. Of course, it's fiberglass, it was flapping in the breeze.
Yeah, geez, yeah.
Yeah,
I look
from
at
the
it,
pictures.
Oh shit, there's a state trooper next to me. I look at him over and I'm honest to God, he went like this. He gave me the sign of the cross.
Bless you. If you can make it, you can keep it.
What trouble, you never get going again. He's like,
Yeah, he probably said, well, it's almost 3 o'clock.
Right.
And, you kidding me? So I pull in the yard, and my bride is out doing a little bit of yard work. Because I had shown her a picture of a 58 Corvette. And I pull in the yard, and she looks at it. The first things out of her mouth was, "Where's the rest?" Oh, it's in the-
Where is it?
Yeah.
It's there. We got the pieces.
So we restored it twice, and
So
it's like
beautiful.
a top, you know, drives like a buckboard.
Yeah.
It's meant
Yeah.
to go fast.
Yeah, it's just straight.
Yeah, so-
Straight line.
But so to just let you know that we have some variety.
Right.
Very nice.
Definitely
I
nice.
had no idea about the
All right.
ectoplasm car. I Ecto one was here. I didn't.
Well, obviously they're not gonna talk about other movies when they're filming about one movie.
No, I just.
Oh
like-
yeah, forgot. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Did you get pictures of the van?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm gonna have the 4 of you, if you don't mind, line up, and I'll get a picture, and then we'll put that from in case anybody needs it. And I'm gonna go inside I gotta make sure the girls have their makeup on. And, well, you guys enjoy yourselves and I'll be up.
Okay.
Hopefully not enjoy the sunset. I know.
Hi, boys.
So what, is he going up or something?
That was overwhelming just being in there with that stuff. I was like in shock.
I want to get in the door.
Just do the fake rat.
He's gonna do something crazy. I don't even have my phone on. It's alright.
Yeah, when he said, "Are you recording sound?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" And then he turned on the siren. That was great.
He's like, no, I want some.
I want sound.
I really do like those cameras. This whole area is nice, cute, quiet, so green. I want to just frolic in this grass.
Got my Jaws socks on for the Back to the Future 2 movie.
Dandelions. Yeah, there's really not many. It's like for very sporadically, like, oh, dandelion here, oh, dandelion there. I love to see those lanterns.
Goldie Wilson.
Buy those. They're 100.
One day it'll be nice. That sounds nice. Goldie Wilson, mayor.
Mm-hmm. Goldie.
I'll clean up this town. Yeah, you can start by cleaning up the floor in here. I just watched the movie this morning.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like I said, I watched that DeLorean guy. He was a madman.
I
They
am
made many of those cars, and they made them in Ireland.
so excited to go in this one because I know what's in here.
DeLorean made his business in Ireland because
This is gonna be awesome.
they were at war. So
Waiting patiently.
apparently he's got guys and gals in there. Something's gonna happen. Well, when you open the door, he's like, "Hi, boys." What? McFly.
Marty McFly.
So nice though. I'm gonna put some henna and stuff on for all that. Good.
So far, so good?
Yes.
Seen nothing yet.
Ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go.
A little dark in there for the time being, but I want you to enjoy the perspective.
Ooh.
Whoa. Holy snap.
Oh man. This is ridiculous. Oh my god.
God, that is sick.
Mr. Fusion. It's Biff's car.
This is crazy.
Not Biff's car. I don't even know. I just saw.
Oh my God.
I'm going right to the main
He
one.
walked in the door,
Ah,
he looked at this and he went, "Great Scott!"
great Scott! It's that car. Oh man, was this one ever on set? Did they like destroy this, or is this a? This was.
This is the car from
This is
Part 3.
yes, where they had to actually like try. They're trying to pull this thing with horses.
Yeah, that's right. And
Uh.
actually, here's the one that they were pulling with horses.
Oh
That's
geez, yeah.
referred to as a desert car,
That's.
the Part 3 car.
I love Part 3 too.
And we own that car too. That's
you
the one
do?
that's the one that's out at the Hollywood Museum.
Oh yeah.
And we loaned it to them.
Yeah, they showed that on the
Yep.
show. That was really
We
cool.
own that car.
That's awesome.
And then I'll tell you all about this one in a minute.
This one is, yeah, this one was on the rails.
And it's back on the rails again.
It's back on its rails.
Oh,
Yeah, this is crazy. And the skateboard. That's the original. I skateboard too. So.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
That is an original, but not the one from the movie. And then
It's the same board. So it's Christopher Lloyd. He's got it going, yes. This is awesome. Oh, it's hook on it and everything. Oh man. Look at that. I love the walls too. It's so good.
hand painted.
Oh, that's
Brian.
hand painted.
Hand painted.
Wow.
Whoa.
Hey guys, what's up?
See,
How you doing,
I have
Christopher?
no talents. I just find
Oh, that's
people-
what the wall looked like originally?
That's right. Absolutely, Alicia. Yeah. How about that, huh?
Oh, that's amazing.
You see, once again, this was going to be a place for cars. And then when we transformed it, and I hired a fellow to come in and paint the mural, I said to him, you know, if I knew I was going to do the mural, I wouldn't have put the windows there. But so we did literally with an overhead projector.
Yeah, I
This is
saw
how it
that.
began.
That's amazing.
And
You
you
can
just
see
put
it.
it on.
That's how it began.
You did that?
And I said
Look
I
at the
want
paint job.
10:02 p.m.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
When the
2 minutes before.
10:04.
2 minutes before.
So I wanted everything gathering.
Let's
So
get a
he
look at
freeze
this.
framed it, and then we started. So when he first came, I said to him, because he gets $75 an hour, and I said, okay, how long will it take you? And he said, well, because he does pinstriping and he does lettering, and he's done some murals in like
Einstein.
rooms and stuff like
What's
that.
up, Einstein?
So I said, what do you think? And he said,
Oh my God.
probably
The little
8
clock.
days,
Let's get it.
5 days.
Flux
12
capacitor.
Okay.
Oh man.
And it was 38 days. So, but first of all, I didn't work it out.
Let's go to the other side.
We had to come to Jesus to talk about the $75 an hour.
Yeah.
And then it's my fault because I have this incredible need for vision of what I want.
Yeah.
And so at
May 15th, 2021. Let's go back to 1977.
the courthouse is down. So the bricks are all
Last time generated, 1977, 5/28.
So
Huh.
he's doing the bricks like a
That is amazing. Wow.
What are you looking for? I said, doing over. So he did one. So I was here, you know, I can down to the whole process.
Yeah.
Coffee? Yeah, yeah. I said, bring him an espresso.
Amazing.
Well, it is stunning. You can tell it's nighttime. Even the color of the bricks. You
Yeah.
did good shading it.
And
Now you're gonna be in the basement.
I do not want to be doing it without asking.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get the remote control too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I saw that.
Wait, did you see the one for the movie?
Yeah, the actual one that they used. Wow.
You see?
This isn't the car where he's in the back seat and stealing that almanac over there.
What they use.
I love the train at the end of this movie. It's one of my favorite parts of all the movies.
So Kevin Pike was the one who built the first DeLorean. He was the stunt coordinator for part one. So I called him and I said, Kevin, what did you use for the pole on the back? He said,
Let's go check out Marty's truck.
I said,
Hill Valley 200.
Because it's got that
This
badge.
car is just beautiful.
he said, fishing pole. So we grabbed a fishing pole and modified it.
Doc 49.
Yeah.
This is the one Marty's in the back and he's trying to steal, or actually it might be a different car. This says Doc on it, so this is Doc's car.
You call them one of these things, huh?
Yeah, that,
I'm overexcited.
that's like one of those.
Oh, cool. So that's a play on words. At least they stick to Ross.
He's got another one of the skateboards. Mr. Fusion.
With that, this thing here, is this common, this book?
Look, there's a
That
flux
is a
capacitor. That's like,
to give you an idea, the original one of those
That's
comes up periodically
radiation
for us.
area.
They probably did 30 of them, 'cause they just did a whole bunch,
Yeah.
and they bring about $15,000.
They have actual, like.
This.
Packs inside?
Uh,
Marty's leather jacket, 1955 scene.
Yep, there's a weird noise.
So, all right, so why don't I give you a little bit of a tour, so we can talk about the development of our passion. So how did it all begin? You know, what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Well, the chicken was actually the first DeLorean I ever bought, and that was 1995. And I had seen them back in '81. I worked across the street from a franchise and walked over because I always loved cars. And of course, by that time, I
15 years ago, I was
Yeah,
young,
okay.
and I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, "Hot damn!"
Yeah, I've
And
never.
I
I don't
never
think I've
seen
ever
any
seen a DeLorean.
since.
Not
How
driving.
about you, Keith? Ever seen one?
No,
Alicia?
No.
So you fall into the category of the 95% of the people in the world that have never seen a DeLorean in real life.
No, this is my first DeLorean.
Many fewer have seen a DeLorean time machine.
Never mind the time machine part.
Here's the thing, right? Kids, 13, 14, 15, they think all DeLoreans are time machines. They don't
Oh
know
yeah,
they're-
because they didn't realize that they just had normal cars.
Before it was.
Right, and so in '95, I bought this because a friend of mine was getting a divorce and it was pretty ugly. And so he said, give me 10 grand for it. It's probably worth 15 at the time.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and I had other cars, and we took it to a cruise night as what's called a stock DeLorean. And people were freaking out. because it was going
Yeah, I've never
DeLorean.
seen one.
And this is the one for the movie, blah, blah, blah. No, this is a regular DeLorean.
Yeah.
So we realized we had something. So shortly after that, I approached my dad with a photo of a flux capacitor. And I said to him, Dad, I said, can you make one of these for me? And he said, what the hell is that? Because he was a radio TV man and he
Oh, yeah.
did all kinds of things like that. But so he said, son, you're on your own. So it was quite a while. But then eventually online, you could buy a flux capacitor at around $300. And so we bought it, we stuck it between the seats, and it was not flocking around.
Not fucking.
And we took it to a cruise night, and he said it was unbelievable. The reaction was, I said,
feedback.
we really got something here.
Right.
People are enjoying it, I enjoy sharing. So literally, in 2010, we had the car 15 years at that point. By that time, we knew there was a huge following. We knew that there were all kinds of groups. And there were actually 4 people that were doing what's called conversions. And I do a lot of negotiating, and I'm pretty assertive. So I contacted them, but I do my research. So I contacted the 4 of them. And there was one that I had a pretty good rapport with, and he was in Oklahoma. And we talked about what he would do, and he had done 4 other cars. He converted them. And I elected to go with him. So I took my perfectly good DeLorean. And once you convert it into a time machine, there ain't no going back.
You can't go back.
There's 350 holes that are drilled out.
Yeah,
Stainless
there's-
steel.
The stainless steel is punctured everywhere.
So to see my baby going on to a trailer, heading off to Oklahoma. So what I did was my son Patrick, who you saw in the series, and was my son and my partner, I sent him out to Oklahoma, and so he helped the guy do the work, knowing that was an investment in the future, knowing that
Absolutely.
we are
Yeah,
going to be
because-
taking these things off, we're going to be improving them, and so we now have what we consider to be a 98% accurate vehicle.
Yeah.
So, in fact, it was interesting because Keith looked at the almanac, and that's there for a reason. And that's because I offered $100 to anybody who could find something wrong with my car. And all of a sudden, one guy, I did not have the almanac there. And he said, you have an inspection sticker for 2018 or something. Uh-oh, screwed, glued, tattooed. So
Well, it's something so common, you don't think about it. 'Cause
I
it's a
never
car.
thought of it. And then I had this sticker for a DeLorean pleasure.
Yeah,
But he was kind enough, he didn't make me reach in my pocket. So we've had a lot of fun with this. This car, how many of you saw the Jimmy Kimmel show on October 21st, 2015? Jimmy Kimmel Live. You haven't, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I want you to record this in your memory banks.
Yeah.
If you forget, I'll email it to you. I'll email you a link. On October 21st, you know what that date is, right?
Yes.
That's the date they went forward. We got contacted by 6 different groups, and they said, what are you doing October 21st? Everybody kind of, there were a lot of DeLorean time machines around.
Yeah.
There were 4 in New York City that day.
Wow.
But
Wow.
this guy contacted me and he said, hey, you live in Hubbardston? I said, yeah. He said, I used to live in Grafton on the other side of Worcester. He said, but now I'm in LA now. So he said, what are you doing October 21st? This was back in 2015. I said, well, I haven't really decided. He said, well, we want to use your car. And I said, okay, what for?
Of course.
I'm not going to tell you. I said,
Oh.
okay. He said, we want to pick it up on the 19th of October and return it to you on the 22nd of October. So I said, The car goes, we go. Not let my car, anybody else.
Right.
Screw with my car. So, he said,
Yeah,
okay.
what are they gonna
He said,
do
we
with
need
it?
it on the 20th of October in New York City. I said, what for? He said, I'm not going to tell you. So he said to me, how much do you need? And I said, well, we give all the profits to the Michael J. Fox Foundation. And first of all, I said, parking a trailer in New York City is $500 a day. We'll
Ooh.
cover it, no problem. We ended up
That's a lot of
with an
money.
80 yard and it was well taken care of. And I said, I need a place for my son and his fiance and I to stay. No problem, you can stay with the crew. Oh, who's that? He said, I wasn't born yesterday, I'm not gonna tell you. Okay. So he said, don't be bashful. I said, all right, $7,500, done. I said, okay. And we gave $4,000 to the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Wow.
So I said, okay, what are we doing? He said, well, you're not doing anything. He said, the car's gonna be doing something. It's gonna be on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. And Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd are gonna be on the show the 21st of October. I said, holy shit, I'd have done it for nothing.
Right.
So when you look that up,
Yeah.
all you had to do is look Jimmy Kimmel Live YouTube,
Okay.
Back to the Future. It's been viewed, I haven't looked at it in a long while. Last time I checked, 33 million times.
Oh my God.
It's his #1 video of all time, YouTube of all time. About a 10-minute gig, and it's the first time that Michael and Chris, in costume, have been in a DeLorean time machine since the movie wrapped in 1989. That would be parts 2 or 3. Okay.
That's a long
And they're
time.
wearing those costumes. Actually, they're
You were
coveralls.
only 2.
Yeah, I was just a little baby.
So they were,
exact ones?
the coveralls I changed since then because they got really filthy. But
Wow, yeah.
the rest of the jackets and the shirts and
Wow.
and literally the
Shoes.
toolbox and stuff like that.
That's
So,
awesome.
Sneakers.
Yeah, so it was wicked cool, and they were all when you see the final product,
I just want the truck
Yeah.
too. I wouldn't
think
mind
about them. They rolled my car onto the stage with all the smoke behind it, and they had 3 ninjas, guys dressed up so you couldn't see. They rolled it onto the stage and then rolled it back 17 times. That's how many
that.
times they shot it.
Jeez.
Wow.
5 times with Chris and Michael, the 12 times with lookalikes, and they had all the the big reader boards so they could read their script and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we got
Good production.
a big production.
Awesome.
And you
So-
got to hang out and watch them do
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah,
See,
it was
Oh,
wicked.
and that's fun too because it's a big part of you love this stuff, so it's like you have to
To
be
see how they do it.
And to have Jimmy Kimmel sit in my car
Yeah.
and literally say to us, I'm not jiving, say to us, you know what, I see a lot of stars. He said, this is the star.
Yeah, this is beyond.
It was really cool. And then the fun facts are, they have Christopher Lloyd, who is as flaky as ever, Jim on Taxi, et cetera, you know.
Yes, I know Taxi.
And so the first time he's sitting in the car, the producer said, now, Chris, all you have to do is sort of steer the car. And then
Sort of.
when my director says, stop, you hit the brakes. That's all you have to do, because the ninjas are going to push him on. So Pat's kind of watching him, and he's going like this with the wheel. He's trying to. This is before they're doing. He's trying to shift it. He's got the buttons on the steering wheel. So Patrick leans on and says, "Chris, all you have to do is steer the car, and then when they say stop, you hit the brakes." So here's my son telling Doc Brown who built the car. Am I right?
Yeah.
So first time they did it by First time they did it.
Wow.
We see the car go around, we're watching from the back and smoke, and we hear the stage director say, "Stop, stop, stop!"
Stop the car.
We almost drove it into the
Oh my.
orchestra.
Oh my.
Right off the
So,
stage.
about 5 feet, but it came close.
Oh, wow.
So they pushed the car back and get in line, they're gonna do it again. I leaned down and I said to him, "Chris, don't drive my fucking car off the stage."
Yeah.
And they were-
Please.
We need some bumpers in the
Yeah.
front here.
Please do
No.
not ruin the car.
So,
It was many years since he had driven it. You
yeah,
know?
and those are their signatures, they sign.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
the scene here.
Those are the.
And that's the scene from the movie, scene from the skit.
So,
About that, huh?
yeah.
That's the. So amazing.
So Jimmy Kimmel Live, YouTube, Back to the Future.
Okay, yeah. We're done.
And it's funny. I mean, they do a really good
Oh, I
job.
bet it's.
You can't believe, I mean, look, I'm not exact, 135 people combined, it was Brooklyn Music Academy, no, Brooklyn Academy of Music in Brooklyn, New York. They had like 60 people, and then Jimmy Kimmel's crew was another 75 people. And they treated the car, I mean, we came through a door, when I tell you there wasn't 2 inches on the side. But they had all these guys that were making sure, and all the gloves on, and.
Yeah.
But we were treated like royalties, that's awesome. So now, my friend Ryan loves the truck, okay, well,
Yes.
this
Yes.
is.
Right.
I do love this truck.
This is the truck from the movie.
This
Oh,
is amazing.
Not just
To
a
run drugs in Mexico.
1985 Toyota.
Yeah, to run drugs in Mexico.
So this, after part 1, they had a lottery and someone won the truck, and within 6 months it was a total.
Oh,
So when they decided to do parts 2 and 3, they hired a guy, they paid $15,400 to have the truck totally set up like the part 1 truck.
Yeah.
And then they used it for parts 2 and 3. They paid the guy $150 a day to use the truck. And at the end, they gave it back to him because they leased it.
oh, nice.
And that guy had it for another 6 months. It got stolen from him.
Oh no.
We have a police report that was in outside of LA.
Wow.
Then he sold it off, and because he didn't really care, but he had all the paperwork. That is the key.
Yeah, you need the.
Documentation.
Yeah, you need it.
So no ifs, ands, or buts. VIN number, releases, contracts with Universal, cancel checks.
Wow.
And for some reason, the 4 other people that owned the truck beyond that kept it too. And during its ownership, it got stolen again. It was gone for almost 2 weeks.
What?
And then the guy that owned it got a call from the federales in Mexico who said, "Sir, we have your truck down here. Do you want it back?" And he said, "What's it look like?" Got a couple of dents, but we removed all the drugs.
We removed all the drugs for you.
Wow.
So literally, he took it back.
Jesus, been through a lot.
The last owner was a Denver Broncos fan, so you mentioned your color of your car.
Yes.
Painted
Yeah.
it orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was orange. I saw the picture over here.
And pulled the interior out, put a racing interior in it. So then it ended up on Craigslist in California for what I call chump change. And it was at the time when they were restoring the
Craigslist.
car. It's at the Peterson Museum. That's what's called the A car. There were 7 DeLoreans that were used in the 3 movies. 7 DeLoreans. Only 3 exist.
Wow.
One of them's right there. One is the Part 3 car that is in the Hollywood Museum. We own that car. We loaned it to them for their big exhibit. It's been out there longer than I wanted to be, but COVID shut them down for a year.
Yeah,
So-
that's it's all set down.
So they were restoring there was a group restoring the A car. That's the one that's at the Peterson. That's the funny section of the first part when
Yeah.
Chris gets in. He's, "Okay, we're going to take the keys and blah, blah, blah," and
Yeah.
you throw them out. Okay. Well, they had the opportunity to buy this truck, but they were so immersed in restoring the other car, it happened at the same time. It's, who are you going to call? So they called us.
Yeah.
And they were really difficult to work with, but I had to have a truck. I had to have
You
it.
had
So-
to have the truck.
So we wrestled on the ground and so on and so forth. The reason I had to have it is I knew it was the truck from the movie and it had the documentation.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
got it back. It was in
Paperwork.
pretty good shape. You see the pictures
Yeah.
there. Ran
Yeah.
fine, but I wanted it to be a diamond.
Yeah,
I wanted it to
an
be just
exact.
like Marty when he opened that garage door and looked at it,
Yeah.
shining back at him.
Yep.
So we found the right guy. We got very involved in the restoration, and
Yeah. It's
You
gonna
could
be
tell.
so
You
this
look
is,
at the underneath
yeah, look
there
what
of the
this has been
mirror.
in
Brandy new.
3 shows where it's been judged, and out of 100, it got 100 all 3 times. Yeah. Yeah, when they come by, have you ever seen that? They have a mirror and they look underneath, or they
Yeah.
have mirrors and they go, oh, I guess we need those.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they looked at my motor, they looked at me and they went, you could eat off the motor. And then we did have one incident, so now it wouldn't be 100 because I occasionally move the displays around, and in doing so, so I go, yeah, so everybody.
Oh, what are you talking about? There's nothing over here.
But we're gonna, this summer, we're gonna have somebody.
Still, that's
Yeah,
just.
because that happened.
It's
when
so
we were-
crazy. I'm looking at something that was in movies.
But the guy that I had, he'll take the
Yeah,
bumper
yeah,
off,
yeah.
take the whole thing again.
Is it the stock engine and everything?
Oh, it's the exact stock engine.
Wow.
When we, I can't remember the exact name of the motor now, but R22 or something. There are millions of them made, right?
Yeah.
So we had the original motor and it was tired.
Yeah, that's
So we contacted this company out in California that does nothing but these motors. And the guy said, okay, we'll put you on the waiting list. Give us 2 years, we'll get back to you and tell you when to send the motor out.
2 years.
Huh?
2 years.
So 2 years before they even take it.
Yeah.
They have money. So I said, I think I should tell you a little bit more about this motor. And when I got through with them, they said, you can ship it tomorrow.
The next day, yeah. Get that
And they
over
put
here.
all NOS parts in it. They did a wicked.
Yeah. No, it's
So,
clean.
we definitely appreciated what they did.
That's it.
And then behind you is the 1949 Packard from all 3 movies.
Docs.
This is Doc's Packard.
I
Docs.
say this is my
Yeah, isn't Marty on the getting the back of this at one point? I
No,
think.
that's Biff. He's in Biff's.
Oh, that's Biff.
Yeah, yeah, that's the 46 Ford. Yeah, but this is the one Marty takes to the prom. He has
Yeah.
that interaction with his mother.
Yeah, the
This is the
awkwardness,
fight with Biff.
the fight with Biff.
Enjoy, etc., etc. This is the most prestigious Packard for the year 1949.
Yeah.
It now runs like a top. We did a lot of mechanical work to it, but we're not going to do anything more to it. It's got some little scratches and nicks, and I said, I don't care. The same family owned it from 1975 until 2019, and I got right in the back seat. There's 2 big portfolios with all the details, pictures of it on the
Look
screen,
at the radio.
the back lot, and so on and so forth.
Oh, cool. Yeah, but
we're really happy with it.
That's
And it's the one
amazing.
my bride is most comfortable riding into.
It looks like a fun car just to
It's
drive.
good to go down the road with it. It just goes down the road well. And when I let Josh Gates drive it, I told him, just be careful with my baby.
Do not scratch. Do not scratch the car.
Yeah.
the drums.
What's that?
Drum brakes.
Drum brakes, yeah. Yeah. It's a straight 8. It's as quiet as could be.
Straight
You
8.
gotta listen to, straight 8. You gotta listen to the motor.
I love the inside with the knobs and the radio. Everything in there is so awesome.
Power seats, power,
Really?
Oh yeah, it's all.
and power windows.
It's like one of the first
Oh,
cars
wow.
that had that.
Oh yeah, I see the little knob.
Hydraulic.
Yeah.
It looks very comfortable.
It is.
I was trying to order a carpet.
Yeah, just a little.
Look at the window power buttons right there. See that? That's a
Yeah,
power
it's-
button.
Saddle.
These ones
Saddle.
have a
Check out the radio. That's
Light saddle,
amazing.
dark saddle, so that would
Yeah.
be the saddle.
That's a truck too.
I think.
Marty
you're
was
talking
sitting
about-
here
Yeah, I
when-
need to get my
Seats
picture
here?
with the
Nope,
doc and
carpet.
Marty.
Oh, the carpet, okay.
There's so many little things.
That's the color that they would send me.
But then there's probably
That
10 different shades.
Is his camera when he walks up the dock at Twin Pine Moss.
But then
And he's looked, the doc's like, film this, film this.
the seeds are blue.
It's the sunglasses from the future. Doc, how the hell do you see all of that? Don't touch. Would you like one of Marty's hats when he's in 2015? Or the automatic ties or his boots from the cowboy one? Or another flex square
They
capacitor.
ask for a sample.
That's probably
Because they have a lot of extra, you know, when they do.
Hey, Tales from Space.
Yeah, so I ordered the carpet in a truck liner and then
All
the
right.
carpet was 4 weeks back,
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
backward.
Which are, I know, is it
The Pepsi bottle.
Yep, 64, 72, 350, two-speed power drive.
Okay, super.
But I want to get a.
Look at the futuristic bottles that they had at the bar when Marty's in 2015
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to play his son. Look at the jacket that
I know. I
with
took
the, I know.
I'm pretty sure I had that hat as a kid.
You probably did.
And it just gets drums. It's a full.
This one has.
Look how small his little leather jacket was.
Yeah, it's a little warm, so.
No, it's okay.
Like,
But at least I got
it's pretty small.
It's yours.
Yeah, it was my dad's.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he left it to me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has meaning.
Oh, yeah. So, it sounds really loud because I put jigs, just mufflers on there. It sounds like a race car because it has a circle track engine in it. So, it sounds.
Did you really need one truck?
Well, that's the thing. I want to put bigger wheels in the
Oh.
back and want it nice. You know.
Yeah, his car is pretty nice. What year is yours, the Nova?
64.
64.
But yeah, I do restoration work. I mean, I love the color.
Yeah, thank you. That's a cream.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
It's like, I'm kind of in shock. I don't,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
this is very overwhelming for me, actually.
And perchance,
Yeah.
if you like everything we collect, those
The
$5.
board, I don't even know like
These are 20.
Yeah.
what to really say about it.
So there's never an obligation on you.
Can I try these on?
Yeah, you can try one. Yeah, you can get a picture of them. Yeah.
Those are when he comes back and Marty's looking at him like he's
Oh,
crazy.
they're so big.
What's that?
Is that supposed to be you on the clock
It's me on
tower?
the clock tower.
Is
yeah.
it? I thought so.
Yeah.
When I saw the face, I was like, I don't look
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Little artistic liberty.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
Did you get a picture of you?
Yeah, I got her. That's great.
Get the picture of the shoes.
Oh, I did.
Oh, that's great.
The hats are awesome too.
But so, and over here in the corner is one of our more recent acquisitions. By the way, Michael signed the sun visor on this.
Yes, I saw that. That's really cool.
Absolutely signed. It was sitting in the back of the seat, and we fortunately found it.
Definitely the original.
Definitely the original.
Yeah.
With the truck?
Of course. Yeah.
Cool.
You can just
Isn't this
tell.
from like a new series of artwork that this
I
kid's
think
putting up?
so, yeah.
I
yeah.
saw that.
And then that big sign in front of you was at Universal Studios in Japan. While you went for the ride.
Yeah.
That was while you were waiting. So
Oh,
there's
cool.
no.
Had that shipped here?
Actually, it was in California.
Yeah.
And even from California, it cost me $900 to ship it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I love this little matchbox guy you got.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
And then all the Pack 2 drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I love those. I
can't
got.
say that they're screen used, but they are definitely screen made.
Yeah,
for
that.
our movie.
Wow.
And then
Pick out what license
Yeah.
plate you want.
you're welcome.
Oh,
That's
we
me.
That was you.
Yeah.
And then here, remember when the Pepsi?
Unopened?
Perfect, unopened,
And signed.
That's cool.
signed by Don Fuller
Cool.
Goldie from
and
there.
Bob Gill.
Goldie from there and
You know
Bob.
Bob Gill is?
No.
Writer and producer for all 3 movies.
Oh, wow. That's
Big shot.
So
Big
that's
shot.
a really
That's the
expensive
one.
thing of
That's
Pepsi.
the one.
You bet, they were
You
$1,000
want one?
when they first came out, and
Wow.
he gave this to us. So.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Can't beat that.
Very cool.
I don't know if I want out of time or.
Marty's leather jacket.
That's got more screen time in part one
Yeah.
than any other costume.
When he's doing
That's
that,
what-
he'd be good on the stage.
Cocktails Almanac.
Yeah, and actually, I don't think he has it on then, but he
Oh.
has
Which
it when he
one, Out
goes
of
to
Time or
school
Timeless or
and
Back in
early
Time?
on and many other
Oh, I see.
portions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We want one of these.
okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
I already, I donated.
Oh, you done?
Yeah.
I donated.
And and then that's the shirt that Christopher Lloyd wore in all three.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really
documented
famous
paperwork with it.
shirt.
So,
Yeah.
That's one of his really most
So what I
famous.
have here is a combination of a lot of things that were screen used,
Right.
and then I'll always differentiate for you, which is and which isn't. So, there's some things are unobtainium, you can't get.
Right.
They
Yeah.
don't exist. And then there are others that I know where they are, and if they ever go up for a sale
Keep an eye.
again, I will probably get a shot at it.
You're right.
What happens is, like, for example, what's called the crash car. That's the one there, one of the most recent
Beat up.
acquisitions. And that is also what's referred to as the B car. That car was used for all the stunts for all three movies.
So I
And
got
then
beat.
again, they decided.
They even welded the doors down because
Yeah, when they cobbled it back together.
it is it's just
Yeah.
But, so this car actually had more screen time than most of the other
yeah.
7 vehicles that were used.
Wow.
But then in the end, they did what they had to do. So here is a photo of Michael's stunt double just before.
Oh man.
Whoa, yeah.
Whoa.
And then,
Full of that.
Yeah.
and then here's a photo of the actual impact.
Holy, he is so close.
Yeah, it would actually stop the train.
Yeah, well, yeesh.
So, and then, after the movie, the Universal sort of knows how to make money. And so they literally cobbled the car back together.
Okay.
They put it out on display at Universal Studios until 1995.
Yeah.
And then they sold it to Planet Hollywood,
Yeah.
being that big restaurant chain.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And it ended up at Planet Hollywood in
Hanging.
Honolulu for 15 years, hanging upside down
Yeah.
in the entrance to Planet Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
awesome.
that was from 95 until 2010. And then after that, Planet Hollywood closed in Honolulu and it went into storage and it disappeared.
Oh, geez.
So that was about the time we were emerging on the scene. And the last 5 years, I tried to get to first base with Planet Hollywood, but I never did. So eventually, one of the auction houses out in California called Profiles in History contacted me and they said, I have something you're going to have. All right, Joe.
They know
what's-
you.
Yeah, they know me. Joe, what's that? You told me what they had, and I said, okay, all right. I said, just don't screw with me, because I work for auctioneers and I work for museums, and so you're not there. You don't know who's bidding on it, and they have all the phone bids and they have internet bids.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I must have had, without exaggeration, 200 people contact. You're gonna get that car. You're gonna get that car. Blah blah blah. And I said, we'll see. I wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You know that.
Do
What it
not
has
do
on it is the only hood box in existence.
No way.
That's the only one that exists.
Holy.
So,
I touched the leather strap. It was very old. I was like,
yeah. And so
That's cool.
that in itself was worth the price of admission because we own the Part 3 car. And that's got a reproduction hood box on it.
No way.
So I said, maybe someday I'll swap them over.
Swap it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yep.
but we'll see.
Right.
Because I haven't had the Part 3 car since November of 2019, because we loaned it to the Hollywood Museum.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
literally, we'll see when it gets back. But I like displaying things and presenting them. So in my mind, I said, you know what? I want to do it right. So I have a graphic artist buddy, somebody different from that's hand painted. This one I said to him, this is what I'm looking for. And it took about 6 months, and that is the final product. So that's 10 by 10 feet, and you can see who is driving the train. That would be Engineer Bill.
Nice.
Engineer Bill.
So you have that as the collision train. That's the
Yeah.
1985 train for the
Yeah.
Part 3. But
I love it.
occasionally, when I turn the display around, we will turn this car around
So
and have it heading in that
it's
direction.
running away.
And then on the other side of this,
Is that the old one from the movie?
Yep, dual use. I like it.
Smart.
Wow.
you see under that there?
Oh yeah, I see how it's.
Ah. It's amazing, man. I appreciate you having us.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, this is great. These are like,
There's the train in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Now we
But
have to show
I loved this. Look on.
From the movie. From the
So that's actually a real electrical schematic that I learned in school, but
perfect train.
see what it says? Do not build.
Those were put out by Maddie. It was a one run, and back in 2012,
oh wow.
and they
so
went
not
for
that
they were
long.
$110.
Wow.
And I
That's
bought 10
expensive.
of them.
It's expensive just for a hoverboard.
Yeah, and now they go for $700.
Nice.
Was this? Was that one like used?
That's
Oh,
a
man.
yeah.
I can touch.
As a matter of fact, why don't we get a
Has the
group
big
picture
magnets.
of you in front of the clock tower?
Okay.
And I'll give
Can I
you,
hold
you can
it?
hold that, yeah.
Can I hold that? The hoverboard.
And then one of you can take the skateboard.